are Locked On Lakers POSTCAST, part of Locked On Sports Los Angeles, on the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
James is back. Anthony Davis gets hurt, but the Lakers hold on to beat one of the best teams in the West. We get to all of that in the next 30 minutes right here on the Locked On Lakers POSTCAST. This show is brought to you by Robinhood Gold. Robinhood Gold provides you the privileges of high net worth. With any net worth, these generous benefits are now available for only $5 a month. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. Sign up at robinhoodgold.com/gold. Again, looking at the Lakers, it's a big night for Los Angeles as the Lakers get LeBron James back and the Lakers hold on to win. The Lakers, again, with a big win tonight, and that is something that has been rare because it has been painful watching this team over the last 30 days. They have struggled. They have struggled shooting. They have struggled with lineups. They haven't had LeBron James. The rookie Dalton Knecht has disappeared as far as three-point shooting goes. And then, of course, Reeves has been out. So the Lakers back in action tonight. And with LeBron James, I think was a surprise to many because we did not know when LeBron James was going to come back, what was going to happen, when, how long will the King be out? We all know he turns 40 in about 2 weeks. And was there going to be a big deal, a big celebration about a player who's a Hall of Famer, but still playing like a Hall of Famer, no longer with the team, and where is he? The Lakers will tell you it was a foot injury, but we all know it was for something else. And so when you hear about he's gone from the team for personal reasons, and the head coach says there's no timetable on when he returns, it's concerning. So right now with LeBron James, all of a sudden you get ready to go for the Lakers-Memphis Grizzlies game, and you're saying, how are you supposed to beat a team like Memphis without LeBron in the lineup? And you find out LeBron is playing tonight. It was a boost of energy, not only for the fans, but especially for the players. And so when you look at LeBron being back on the court, and yeah, let's be honest, LeBron James missed only 2 games. It was 9 days away from the team, though. So LeBron James is gone for a while, misses 2 games, comes back, and there are times you could see that, hey, just a few days off, that maybe his energy wasn't completely there. But you know whose energy was there? It was his teammates. And you could tell they were happy to have him back. You could tell by Anthony Davis, the way he attacked from the very beginning. You could tell by even a guy like Cam Reddish, the way he went about it. There's so many players that seem like they're at a different level knowing LeBron James was there. And so for this team, the way they started out, I'll make the comment. You can tell me in the comments if I'm wrong. I'll tell you that first half of Laker basketball tonight, I thought was the best half the Lakers have put together their entire season. I think looking at what the Lakers had done so far this year, the first game they had against Minnesota was fantastic. You beat Minnesota at home. Minnesota's supposed to be a very good team. Minnesota's still trying to figure out what they are. We don't know what they are. At the same time, I know the San Antonio Spurs aren't a great team. When the Lakers were playing San Antonio earlier this year in San Antonio when they needed a win, I thought that was the best game of the year. But when you sit there and try and put pieces together and say not only a full season, but let's just start with one full complete game, the Lakers at least show they could put a half together, which I think is something you can live with as a Laker fan, something that JJ Redick and Rob Pelinka can live with as a Laker fan, most importantly. So the Lakers end up outscoring Memphis in the first quarter 30-20, and the energy level was something else. I mean, you have guys that are moving without the ball. You have guys that are playing the best defense they've played all season long, but you're seeing the effort from the Lakers that you're seeing from other teams when they're playing the Lakers. And so it's been frustrating all season long going, why does it look like other teams are so much younger than us or their offense is so much better than ours? And we understand we can't shoot threes like the other teams, but this is an effort deal. And when you have a situation with the new head coach and you're questioning team effort or you're questioning the players' abilities, what happens then? And so we have looked lost as an organization, as a team. And I say we a lot. I understand that. I'm a diehard Laker fan. Again, if you're new to the show, man, I was a credentialed member of the Lakers for more than 10 years. Again, I had the good years. I'll tell you all the time. I had the Kobe, Shaq years. I was a fan of the team when obviously Magic Johnson was there with Kareem and Worthy and all throughout the 80s. I'm a diehard, just like many of you. If you're listening to this show and you're following the Lakers POSTCAST, look, you're a diehard too. So we need this team to win. It's one of those things that we talk about sports all the time, that it's an escape from your everyday life. And the Lakers usually give you a good reason to say it was worth my time, not only to watch the team, but to wake up in the morning and think about on your way to the shower, my team won yesterday. My team's the Lakers. I'm doing so much better than most of the people who are sports fans, and they haven't given that to us in a long time. So it was exciting for the Lakers. Again, off to a hot start. I love the rhythm. I love the way it felt. Again, you're talking about a Grizzlies team that comes in 18-8, one of the better teams in the West, and you have the Lakers who have been struggling, 13-12 heading into this game, now improving to 14-12. This is the way your starting lineup looked tonight, and I think a lot of people are hands up in the air, and I'm sure JJ Redick too. What is the right combination? You know, I've gone as far as saying Dalton Knecht needs a shot, D'Angelo Russell needs a shot. They kind of went back to what they did in game one when they faced Minnesota at home. And your starting lineup tonight was Anthony Davis, Rui, Austin Reeves, LeBron James, Max Christie. Max Christie is a big question mark because we know Max Christie has given that spark off the bench. Are you taking a gamble, taking him as a player that's off the bench, that's providing a little bit of a spark, doesn't take bad shots, but at the same time is some kind of offense? Someone that you know is going to make free throws and someone that, again, is going to give you 100% effort-wise, but is it going to translate? So the big story, of course, when you talk about the starting five, just like I said, is LeBron James. Missed 2 games. The fact LeBron's back, it feels a lot longer. I don't know about you, but boy, it felt like a lot longer that LeBron had missed because this team was lost. So Anthony Davis, first quarter, he was the star. 12 points, 6 rebounds. LeBron James, first quarter, 7 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Lakers defense, and we hardly ever talk about defense because it's one of the worst in the leagues. But the Lakers defense held Memphis to a season low for any quarter, the entire season. The Grizzlies only had 20 points. So you're going great. Things are going exactly what we had hoped. Again, Lakers outscored Memphis by 10 points in the first quarter, 30-20. Second quarter, Anthony Davis, again, 10 points in the quarter. It gives him 22 at the half, 9-15 shooting to go along with 10 rebounds. And even heard some chants tonight of Anthony Davis when he's at the line, and they're going MVP, MVP. I told you a couple of games ago, I don't want to hear it anymore. He deserved it tonight. Anthony Davis was great. LeBron James, he had 8 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists at the half, and that's great too. But Austin Reeves, who we know is coming back from the pelvic injury, he's starting to look a little bit more like Austin Reeves. Today, he looked like Austin Reeves is back. You know, at the half, 10 points on 4 of 8 shooting to go along with 4 assists. Things are going great. The best player for Memphis at the time was Jaren Jackson Jr., scored 9 points. And then, of course, he had 16 at the half total. So he did okay. He did okay, and he was a big guy that got into foul trouble. We'll get into that. But he's an underrated player in the league. Outside of Ja Morant, when you talk about Memphis, Ja Morant's always the name that always comes up because he's the one that makes all the highlights. But don't forget, Jaren Jackson Jr. is a heck of a player for Memphis, and he was giving Anthony Davis everything he could handle. And at the same time, Anthony Davis and him, 2 of the better players in this league. It's great to see the big guys. Memphis is always a concerning team because they have so much size. And if you remember the first time the Lakers, when they went to Memphis earlier in the year, they got pushed around a little bit, actually pushed around a lot to the point where all the rumors came out on who was going to be the guy the Lakers traded for to get a big body, not only to go against teams like Memphis, but other teams like San Antonio and Oklahoma City. What were they going to do then? But Jaren Jackson's a good player. And unless you're a diehard NBA fan, a lot of people don't pay attention to his highlights and how solid of a player he's in. Either way, at the half, Lakers up 64-46. They're rolling. At one point, they had a 22-point lead in the second quarter, and you're excited about what you saw. Lakers outscored the Grizzlies 34-26 in that quarter. So things are rolling, right? You outscore them by 10 in the first quarter, and then you have a big margin where you guys outscore them by 8 in the second quarter, 64-46 at the half, and we're feeling pretty good about what's happening to the Lakers. Lakers, again, arguably their best defensive half of the season. JJ Redick said when he was asked about it, what do you see tonight that's different than the other nights? And JJ Redick said, look, the Lakers followed the game plan. He didn't sit there and push to one player here or there. He said the Lakers followed the game plan, and they were doing the right thing. Lakers shot 50% from the field, Grizzlies 30%. Lakers scored 16 points off of 9 Memphis turnovers. Grizzlies only scored 8 points off of 9 Laker turnovers. Lakers are looking good. 3-point shot, not great for the Lakers in the first half, but we'll take 6 for 19, shooting 32%. Grizzlies, terrible from behind the arc, which was fantastic to see. Usually it's us that's 3 for 14, 21% from behind the arc. So Lakers, again, first half, you're going, this is going to be great. This is going to be one of those perfect Laker games where the team goes into the half not only confident, they come out in the third quarter and they keep stepping on the gas. Well, it's not exactly what happened right there. They didn't continue stepping on the gas. Lakers started to struggle a little bit, and things weren't going the Lakers' way. So a little bit frustrating, and we'll talk about that in just a second about how the Lakers, struggled a little bit and not where they wanted to be in the second half. Anthony Davis with an injury, we'll get into that talk as well. But there are other things that happened with this team on why things weren't exactly as smooth as we had hoped for. So overall for the Lakers, it was a great night. We'll talk about the second half in just a second. But first, want to mention the people over at Robinhood Gold. Again, Robinhood Gold, they are the people that can help you out. You can be set up right there. Robinhood Gold, again, don't forget Robinhood Gold. You don't need a silver spoon to eat up the financial favors of the 1%. Robinhood Gold allows others to get the rates and perks usually reserved for the high society. Now, resourceful individuals with Robinhood Gold can earn a very liberal rate of 4.25 APY on uninvested cash and be rewarded with a handsome 3% retirement boost on an IRA account contributions. Don't forget, Robinhood Gold provides the privileges of the high net worth of any net worth. These generous benefits are now available for only $5 a month. The new gold standard is here. Robinhood Gold. Sign up at robinhoodgold.com/gold. Again, I'll give that to you correctly. Robinhood.com/gold. Again, that is all you need right there. Robinhood Gold is the way to go for that. And then at the same time, we talk about what the Lakers are doing. We talk about the excitement of everything that seems to go the Lakers' way. Want to mention the people over at BetterHelp as well. BetterHelp, don't forget, with the BetterHelp, this is brought to you by your need right here for therapy. And so if you're in a situation where you say, you know what, this is tough. The holidays are coming up right now. And you know what? It's tough to deal with family, and it's tough to deal with what just happened in the election and whatever else. If you feel like things are overwhelming right now, you don't need to worry about it. How do you stay cozy during the winter months? Some people say they stress out during the winter months. Some people need therapy is a great way to bring yourself some comfort that never goes away, even when the seasons change. Look, a lot of people, they won't admit to it or they will admit to it. But therapy is fantastic. If you're willing to go as far as taking care of your teeth twice a year, why not take care of your mental health? Again, don't forget, BetterHelp is the way to go. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suitable to your schedule. Just fill out the brief questionnaire, get matched up with a licensed therapist, or you can switch therapists at any time, no additional charge if it doesn't feel like a correct fit. Again, visit BetterHelp.com/LockedOnNBA today to get 10% off your first month. That's visit BetterHelp.com/LockedOnNBA. Okay, so with Anthony Davis in the third quarter, we're going, okay, this is going to be a fantastic game. We're excited about Anthony Davis and everything that he's doing and the chance of MVP, and we're excited. And then the worst case scenario for the Lakers, and this is something we worry about AD all the time. With 5:30 remaining in the third quarter, Anthony Davis suffered a shoulder injury when he was hit by Zach Edney's arm when it came down on top of AD's right shoulder. Now, AD was gone for a while. Even went to a commercial break. He's laying on the floor, and you go, okay, well, when are you getting up? You know, it didn't look terrible, but look, when you look at the size of Zach Edney, he's a giant. He's just a huge guy. He makes AD look small. Well, he returned to the lineup immediately. As soon as they come back from the commercial break, he's up, ready to go. He made it down the court basically one time, and after one possession, he was walking to the locker room, and he was gone. And you look at the score if you're like me and go, can the Lakers hold on? The Lakers weren't very good without AD. I mean, that took away a lot of size, a lot of, basically width in the paint. And so the Grizzlies go on a 16-5 run while Anthony Davis is in the locker room. Anthony Davis, thank goodness, he returns in the fourth quarter, and he returns right at the beginning of the fourth quarter, and the Lakers start to play more like Laker basketball. But if you're like me, you're holding your breath, and you might even say to yourself, I don't know if the Lakers are going to win this game. You know, this seems like the scenario of what we've seen in the past, that the Lakers are going to fall apart without one of their stars. 4:12, Lakers got good news. At 4:12 left in the game, Jaren Jackson Jr., he fouls out with 25 points. Lakers, though, were held without a field goal for 5 minutes in that quarter. And you're going, man, that's a lot. That's a lot. Again, the stress levels here with this Laker team, I still don't think they have their identity of what they are. And whether that's a lack of players on the team or it's a lack of continuity on the team, the Lakers haven't figured out exactly what they are. So looking at the final box score again in the second half, Lakers are outscored in the third quarter 31-22. They're outscored in the fourth quarter 33-30, even though they hold on. Final Lakers win 116-110, which is the most important numbers. But it's a little concerning how well they played in the first half, how poorly they played in the second half, how poorly they played without Anthony Davis. There was no answer when they're missing AD. So AD's final numbers on the night: 40 points, 16 rebounds. Fantastic, right? 40 points, 16 rebounds for AD. For the King, back in the lineup, LeBron James started off pretty hot, but you could tell he was either his legs weren't all there, something was missing when you miss that much time. And there were times when you're watching LeBron, he disappeared on defense. He wasn't chasing after loose balls. There was one frustrating moment where there was a rebound that if he would have taken 2 feet forward, it looks like he could have grabbed it. Instead, the man that was on him ends up grabbing a rebound, starts a break, and LeBron James barely makes it down the court. The guy that he was with ends up scoring the basket. So not only did LeBron James not get a 2-point rebound that the Lakers could have had 2, they gave up 2 on the other end within seconds. And that was one where if he was a rookie, he would have come out of the game immediately. That was an effort play that is extremely disappointing. Obviously, he's bought himself some time, being considered by many as the greatest of all time. So 18 points for LeBron, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. Exciting. 5 turnovers is what he had. He led the team in turnovers tonight. Okay, but Austin Reeves, he picked up the pieces for the Lakers in 36 minutes. Austin Reeves, 19 points, 8 assists. And if we can get those kind of nights from Austin Reeves on a regular basis, the Lakers are good. One of the guys I like when you talk about effort, as mentioned it before, is Cam Reddish, who we always talk about Cam being a defensive guy. In 14 minutes, Cam had 8 points tonight. So that was solid, right? Solid. He didn't hit any threes. It was 0 for 2 at 3-point range, but 3 of 6 field goals. We'll take it. 50% from the field. We'll take that. Would have been nice if he knocked down a couple threes. Wasn't able to do that. D'Angelo Russell, for the second straight game, question marks about D'Angelo Russell, where number one, what is his value? What are you going to get from D'Angelo Russell? It's going to be a coin flip. And 7 points on 2 of 7 shooting. 2 3-pointers he knocks down, makes 1 or 2 free throws. But you need more from a guy that thinks, hey, I'm a starter. I'm a guy that not only is a starter, I'm a guy that's a former all-star. I want my role to be extended. Well, there's opportunities there for this team more than ever. If you can play, you're going to find yourself in the rotation pretty quick, because there is no rotation on this team. There are too many guys who aren't doing their job. So for D'Angelo Russell to have 7 points, and I'm sure right now as he's taking a shower and get ready to drive home, he's going, man, I need more than 17 minutes. You got to play better all around, defensively, your passes, everything. 3 turnovers. Again, the turnover numbers are too high. We talked about it before, where he had, I think, 4 turnovers in the first 3 minutes in the last game he played. That's not what you want. That's not what JJ Redick can put on the court night in, night out and go, I'm going to be safe with a veteran. He's not playing like a veteran at times, and he almost seems like he plays as an unhappy player. Gabe Vincent, 3 points in 14 minutes. And always the player that I'm concerned about right now, because I can't figure out what's happening, is Dalton Knecht. In 13 minutes, Dalton Knecht had 5 points, but the big number is he's 0 for 2 from 3-point range. So Dalton Knecht was a guy that was shooting in the 40% range, I think 44% through the first 19 games from 3-point range, has lost his shot in the last 3 weeks. The last 3 weeks, he cannot get that 3-point shot to fall down. He's important to this team because the Lakers don't have the threat of a 3-point shooter without basically D'Angelo Russell and Dalton Knecht, and neither one of those guys are doing their jobs. I don't know about you, but when I'm watching in Memphis and I see Luke Kennard come in the game, and Luke Kennard is a guy that we saw, of course, with the Clippers in town, and he drops 12 points on 3 or 4 3-pointers, and you're going, how's this guy not a Laker? I mean, he was available. He's a Duke guy. How's Luke Kennard not a Laker? He's exactly what the Lakers need. And who knows if they make a trade down the line for a 3-point shooter, but it seems a lot harder to find than you think it would be in the NBA, where it seems like so many people are dropping threes, yet at the same time, you have a Laker team that has been struggling with the threes for a long time. So again, you're looking at this Laker team. What do you feel this team needs to do to get better? Did you like what you saw, like me, in the first half? We're like, this is the best first half the Lakers have played the entire time. I'm watching some of the people here saying BC saying LeBron was rusty, 10 days off. Yeah, he did look a little bit rusty. To me, he looked a little out of shape, which was weird, but it's tough. I mean, when you're sitting there, you're used to running and sprinting 4 to 5 miles a day, and all of a sudden that stops. It's tough to do. At the same time, when you look at what the Lakers have going on, are you happy? I mean, at what point do you see that Rob Pelinka needs to improve this team? Does Rob Pelinka need to do something? He told us in December he would start making moves if this team wasn't doing what they're supposed to do. It seemed like there's nothing going on right now. It's December 15th. We're halfway through the month. Is there any talk at all? And the guy that I'm throwing out there, just because I'd like to see him come back, and New Orleans is terrible right now, I'd love to see Brandon Ingram come back. When I brought this up to a friend of mine who's a diehard Laker fan, he goes, Brandon Ingram and LeBron don't play well together. That was a long time ago. Brandon was younger. Brandon's more of a veteran. Brandon's been an all-star since he left the Lakers. I would love to see the Lakers with basically another offensive player with some size that can put the ball in the basket, something that is a threat that could help this team out, because Anthony Davis, as we saw tonight, and he has a history of being injured. If Anthony Davis goes down, what is this team supposed to do? What is the team supposed to do without Anthony Davis or a LeBron James situation? This is really a two-man team. They've been compared to the Dallas Cowboys, where they have a couple star players at the top, and they got a bunch of guys underneath that can't seem to do their job. So it's scary right now. I know it's mid-December, but every single one of these games matters for the Lakers. Every single one of these games matters, because they aren't the kind of team that's going to run away with basically in the standings, run away with games or go on one of these long winning streaks of 17 games. That's not what this Laker team is right now. So it's scary to see what the Lakers have coming. They're going to have to make some changes in the very near future if you want to see this team actually have a chance. Give this team, the fan base, the head coach, some hope that they can actually do something. Want to mention FanDuel. Don't forget FanDuel right now. Get ready to tackle the NFL action with FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. After tomorrow night, only 3 weeks remaining in the regular season. But right now, new customers can bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets if you win. The FanDuel Sportsbook app gives you everything you need to place live bets on the NFL all in one place. So when you get a hunch in the middle of a game, you can check out the latest stats, view live play-by-play, and so much more on the same page where you place your bets. Like, again, if you get a hunch that Tampa Bay was going to come out and stick it to the Chargers in the second half, you're going to be smiling pretty big today. Same time, you have the Raiders taking on the Falcons Monday Night Football this week, and how exciting is that? Do you have a hunch that something good's going to happen? The Raiders are starting a new running back, and this is one where, hey, is this guy going to prove that he is the difference for the Raiders and put up big stats? Again, all you have to do is just visit FanDuel.com to join today. You'll get started with $150 in bonus bets if you win your first $5 bet. That's FanDuel.com. Real simple right there for you. All right, so this Laker team, where did they go from here? What did you see? What did you like? What did you not like from this Laker team? Want to know what you thought. At the same time, give me some players. Give me some players that you'd like to see the Lakers go out and make some moves. I'm curious to know what you think. Is there anything that you saw that concerned you? This is the second time, by the way, that the Lakers have held a superstar this week in check for a while. John Morant got his points basically towards the end of the game. He finished with 20 in 30 minutes, but John Morant's a guy that's one of the more exciting players in the league. Kind of weird that his dad's always traveling around and sitting front row and talking trash, but it is what it is. I like John Morant. I'm a John Morant fan. He's one of those guys where if there's an NBA game on and I know John Morant's on one of the channels, I'm going to watch for the excitement. He does things in this league that other guys can't do, whether it's his ability to jump, score points, or just not even have that big of a body, but takes a beating, hits the floor a lot, and continues going. The Lakers did the same thing to Minnesota. They're able to hold their star player in check. And so for what the Lakers are trying to do right now, when you can hold a guy like John Morant in check, that's great. If you're the Grizzlies, you come into this game at 18-8, and you're saying we're going to take on a Laker team that has been struggling, hasn't found their way. Seems like they won't say finger pointing, but even from the head coach to the players to the head coach, things haven't been working right. If you're Memphis, you're thinking we can get a win in Los Angeles, and that's not what happened tonight. So outside of Jaren Jackson Jr., with his 25 points and his 5 rebounds. The Lakers did a fantastic job. Zach Edney, by the way, of course, the big kid from Purdue, in 24 points, 24 minutes, 13 points, 10 rebounds. He's a big body. He's one of those big bodies that are going to be looking out for years. Probably will never be an all-star, but he's a guy you have to be concerned about when you're putting a game plan together. So overall, the Lakers did a really good job. Lakers bench tonight. Again, it seems like every single night we have the same conversation. Lakers bench is not one that's going to light the world on fire. Nobody in double digits for the Laker bench. Cam Reddish with 8. I'll add it up for you real quick. 16, 19, 24 points total for the Laker bench. 24, and not good enough. So it comes down to the 3 guys that carried this team point-wise: Anthony Davis, LeBron James with 18, Austin Reeves with 19. Max Christie, as mentioned, we didn't get a chance to touch on Max Christie, but Max Christie, is he better as a starter or is he better as a guy coming off the bench? I tend to believe he's a bench guy. They need help on the bench. I mean, the Lakers right now, they need help on the bench. They need some kind of spark, some kind of consistency. I think Max Christie gets lost when he's on the court with Anthony Davis, Rui, LeBron, Austin Reeves at the same time. There's not a lot there, not a lot of opportunities. Not saying that he hates it or he's bored. I just think he gets lost in his rhythm. I don't think he's the right person. I don't know who that right person is. I think he isn't even on the Laker team right now, but I don't think Max Christie is that guy. 29 minutes for Max Christie, 1 of 3 shooting. You know, it's kind of surprising to see a guy play 29 minutes and only get 3 shots off. He made 1 of 2 3-pointers, made all 4 of his free throws. The best thing about Max Christie is that he's been money at the line for this team. Speaking about at the line, the Lakers shot 39 free throws tonight. 39. And you go, that's a ton. And then you look over at Memphis and they shot 30. So you go and you watch the game and you're going, okay, what time's this game starting? When's this game going to end? That's nuts. That's nuts right there to think there's 69 free throw shot in this game is amazing. James Harden's thinking that's a lot of free throws. That is a lot. And that's a game that drags it out. That's not great entertainment if you're the NBA. You don't want that. And how does that possibly happen? So the Lakers, though, they shot basically 72% from free throw line, pretty good. From 3-point range, they shot 29%, 29.4, and field goals out that weren't that combined with 3-pointers. The Lakers were shooting 48%. I'll take the field goal percentage, not bad at all. And when you look at Memphis, 83% from the free throw line, so they outshot us there. 3 points. They made 9 of 28, and their field goal percentage was 39.2. So we beat them in most of the stats. Free throws, we kind of lost that battle. Wasn't the thing that made the difference. For the Lakers, we learned tonight this team is in a lot of trouble without Anthony Davis. And we've seen this now for a while with Anthony Davis, where Anthony Davis is a guy that that when he's either not into the game mentally or physically, the Lakers fall apart. We saw it in Miami. The Lakers need Anthony Davis to be at his best at all times. Looking at the Lakers, what did this win do for standings and playoffs and everything else? Again, I know it's December, but I have a goal as a Laker fan that I really do want to see them in the top 4. I think they need to be in the top 4 to have a chance the way home court advantage works out. Your number 1 still Oklahoma City Thunder, 20-5 on the season. They've won 5 straight games, 9 of their last 10. You look at Memphis, they're still number 2. So again, when I said the Lakers beat a good Memphis team, they did. Memphis as the number 2 seed, they're 18-9, and they've won 8 of their last 10. The Houston Rockets still hanging in there, the 3rd seed. Dallas Mavericks are tied with them. They're both 17-9. Denver Nuggets are the 5th seed right now, 13-10. So the Lakers are real close. Only a couple games back from Denver, who's the number 5 seed. Phoenix Suns, 6th seed, 14-11. Minnesota's 14-11. So to watch the Minnesota Timberwolves, okay? Minnesota is getting hot. They had such a horrible start, but yet they've gotten healthy. Unfortunately, they've gotten healthy against the Lakers twice in the last 2 weeks, and also they destroyed the Clippers as well. Golden State, 8th seed, 14-11. Clippers are just ahead of the Lakers, actually tied right now. With today's win, Lakers and Clippers are tied at 14-12. So Clippers right now are listed as 9. Lakers are listed as 10. Lakers are in the playoffs if it started today. With the teams that are behind them, I really don't see much of a threat. San Antonio, Sacramento, Portland, Utah, and the Pelicans. So the Lakers are there. I mean, they're within range. They're 6.5 games behind the Oklahoma City Thunder. That's fine. But the Lakers are basically 2.5 games behind the 3 seed Houston Rockets. So if the Lakers can figure this out, make some adjustments, I think right now a lot of people are looking at Rob Pelinka saying it's up to you. When's Rob Pelinka going to change this roster a little bit? I think all of that is a big deal for the Lakers. I want to remind you as well, don't forget the Locked On Lakers daily podcast with Brian and Andy. They do a great job. Make sure if you're a Laker fan, you're following Brian and Andy. They do a great job. The Locked On Los Angeles network is where you find your daily sports. Again, what's happening with all the Los Angeles teams. I love talking Lakers postcasts with you. But if you need to hear more Laker basketball, don't forget Locked On Lakers daily podcast with Brian and Andy. I'll be your postcast guy as well. But appreciate that. And we will be back on Thursday. So Thursday is an interesting night in Los Angeles sports. You got NFL football. You have NBA basketball. Lakers are not home. Lakers will be on the road Thursday against the Sacramento Kings. But, of course, it's going to be a good time. Again, my name is Dave Palais. You can follow me on Twitter or social media, anywhere else you want to look, or X as they call it now, at Dave Palais. It's in the corner of the screen. But we'll see you on Thursday after the Lakers hopefully beat the Sacramento Kings. Have a good night, everybody.